Marehenya Bladadim Nanano Venya Nanya Venya Nanya. My friends, I'm here to tell you the story about a boy called Tomba, or Tomba, however you say it. I'm going to assume Tomba. No, I'm going to assume Tomba. That's how I'm going to assume it. Now, Tomba, or Tombi if you're from Europe, I think is supposed to be with the I on the end if you're from Europe. It's a Japanese game, but apparently they changed the name if you're European. Now, this game is one of the early sort of PS1 platformer adventure type games. There's a tree with an arse on it, apparently. That's nice. Now, the great thing about this game is it was a demo which I used to play a lot as a kid. Like, you know those little PS1 demo discs you used to get, where it would be, you'd get like a magazine or whatever, and there'd be a little demo disc that comes with it. And I know that the demo disc that had this particular demo on, from this official PlayStation magazine, even the demo disc apparently goes for quite a bit on eBay, just because of this game. And if you want the actual game itself, it'll be more around sort of, I don't know, 50, 60 pounds. It's pretty rare, and I don't have a hard copy of the game. I just got it on the PSN store because it was just recently released, and I thought, yeah, I gotta get in on that. This game was definitely one of the demos which I played, which I always wanted to play the full version, but never got round to buying it. There's a nice little clumsy death there. Now, what this game is all about is, it is, as you can see, kind of a 2D platformer type adventure game. But what really kind of grabs me to this game, in contrast to other sort of 2D platformer type things, like, there's other similar ones like, I don't know, the Hercules game on PS1, or, you know, other kind of similar semi-3D games, if you like. I say that because stuff looks like it's kind of rendered in 3D-ish. Well, honestly, I don't know, but it is mostly 2D, but as you can see, you can kind of go towards the foreground and the background, so it is sort of 2.5D, I guess. Kind of like Pandemonium, but it's a really well-made game, and unlike Pandemonium, it is actually genuinely very fun to play. And here's kind of the general item menu. You've got all this stuff you pick up. There's some cheese there. There's a 100-year-old key which does something which I'm yet to find out. I've only played about 2 hours into this game, so I'm not really the, you know, expert at the moment, but gonna use the 100-year-old bell to go back to the 100-year-old man's house, which is up there somewhere. And what kind of grabs me about this game is it's quite simple in its ideas. It is just a platformer with kind of, you know, slight RPG elements, I guess. Every so often you'll come across a person you talk to, or some particular item or location which activates a quest. And by activating that quest, you kind of start the chain towards being able to get some extra AP points, which are in the top right there. AP points, I'm not too sure about this system because, for a start, I don't know quite what it does yet. I believe it allows you to unlock more stuff a bit later on, but I haven't actually come across any point where you need it yet. But you get AP points for killing monsters, for completing quests, that kind of stuff. And the storyline is something along the lines of, you are Tomba, the pink-haired boy who has lost his, or rather, had his items stolen, which is some, like, power bracelet, like Legend of the Dragon style. Had it stolen by evil pigs, and you need to hunt them down and get it back. So here's an example of the speech. Walk close-ish to them and then press square and you start talking to them. It is all kind of text-based stuff like this. It's a pretty old game, so there's no speech files or whatever, but there's the initiation of a quest. Or, sorry, that's the completion of the last one, and now there's an initiation of the next one. So it's a pretty cool system how it works. And the way the levels are designed is such that you can go through one area, and you'll end up in the next one, obviously. But it's easy to kind of transition between them. You have these sort of devised levels, like they're set boundaries and stuff, each with their own quests and whatnot. But you can easily go back between them if you want to, like if you want to go back to some particular area for whatever reason. I like going back to this bit just because it's fun. Stormy Mountain. This is probably the trolliest bit of the game I've encountered so far, but Ironically, it's one of the most fun as well. You kind of go through this windy bit, kind of avoiding the pigs, jumping over stuff, just trying to get through to the other side. And it's really cool because it does really make you feel like you're on some kind of adventure and you're following his story. It's not like something like Pandemonium where it just says, oh, we've cast a spell, there's, you know, some horrific monster trying to eat the world. Come on, Fargus, let's go on an adventure and save the world. I know I rip it out of Pandemonium a lot, but just as like an example, that's pretty much what it's like. But this game, you really feel like you're engaged with the story, you're following what he's doing. You kind of pick up new weapons on the way, new pants, which I assume is actually trousers, or... See, in England we call pants like the underwear, but I know in other parts of the world, pants are like the trousers, the stuff you wear on top. But it's, you know, tomato, whatever. Who cares? Hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless, and with that being said, I will see you all next time. Goodbye.